You're talking to a woman you're interested in, and you feel it creeping in, that urge to explain yourself. You want to make sure she understands your intentions, your point of view, your every move. You think you're building a connection, but what you're really doing is showing her you're not sure of yourself. She doesn't see a thoughtful man, she sees a man who needs her approval. But what if there was a simple ancient mindset to flip this dynamic? A principle inspired by the Stoics that helps you build respect and attraction not by using more words, but by having more conviction. One of the most common traps men fall into is talking too much. They confuse being clear with constantly confessing. You feel this nagging pressure to justify every thought, every delay, every decision. You get a text, "Why didn't you call me back?" And you fire off a 5-paragraph essay about your busy day, your demanding boss, and the traffic jam that held you hostage. You think you're being honest, but what she hears is a plea for her validation. She hears insecurity. This need to explain comes from a misunderstanding of attraction. You believe that if you can just get her to understand you, she'll respect you and want you. But often the opposite is true. The more you justify yourself, the more you signal that her opinion is the prize you're trying to win. You're handing her all the power and making her the judge of your actions. Every word you use to defend yourself can chip away at your own foundation. Think about it. A mountain doesn't apologize for its height. The ocean doesn't justify its depth. They just are, and their power is undeniable. A man who is genuinely grounded in his purpose moves with that same quiet authority. He knows his worth isn't up for debate, but the man who constantly explains is standing on shaky ground, hoping someone else will tell him it's okay to be who he is. This behavior doesn't build attraction, it can erode it, until all she sees is a man who doubts himself. And if you doubt yourself, why should she trust you? The ancient Stoics, philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, taught that true strength comes from within. It's not given to you by others. It's built through self-discipline. The trick here isn't a trick at all. It's a fundamental shift in your mindset, inspired by Stoic wisdom, the realization that you are the ultimate authority in your own life. At its core is the dichotomy of control, the practice of distinguishing between what you can control and what you can't. You can control your thoughts, your choices, and your character. You cannot control how she perceives you, her feelings, or her interpretations. While Stoicism values empathy and clear communication, it warns against trying to control things outside your power. The man who overexplains is trying to do the impossible. He's trying to manage her internal world with his words. The man with a Stoic mindset focuses on his own domain. He acts with integrity and then lets go of the outcome. Her approval is nice to have, but it's external, and therefore not the source of his self-worth. To stop over-explaining is to stop searching for external validation. It's a quiet declaration that you trust yourself. This isn't about being cold, arrogant, or dismissive. It's about embodying a calm, steady confidence that's naturally magnetic. It's the difference between asking for respect and commanding it just by being who you are. So how do you actually put this into practice? It comes down to 4 key habits. Rule 1. Pause before you justify. Silence isn't empty space, it's a moment of control. When faced with a question that tempts you to justify yourself, your first instinct might be to fill the air with words. Don't. Instead, just pause for a moment. This simple act communicates that you're unbothered and that her question doesn't have the power to provoke a panicked reaction. You remain the calm center. Often, in that silence, the other person might even fill it themselves, revealing more about their own feelings. When a woman asks, "Why were you talking to that girl?" Instead of launching into a defensive speech, just hold eye contact, pause, and then respond calmly and simply. That pause says far more than an essay ever could. It says, "I'm not on trial here." It's not a withdrawal. It's a position of self-possession. Rule 2. State your decision. Don't defend it. A man of purpose is clear and concise. A man seeking approval is often vague and long-winded. Learn to communicate your decisions as statements, not as proposals that need to be accepted. Consider the difference. The explaining man says, "Hey, I don't think I can make it to your party Saturday. I've had a really stressful week and I'm totally drained, so I think I just need some time to recharge." "I really hope you understand," the self-assured man says. "I won't be able to make it on Saturday, but I hope you have a great time." If she asks why, you can state simply, "I have other plans," or even more honestly, "I've decided to take the night for myself." Notice the energy shift. The first is an apology, the second is a declaration. It's kind, direct, and non-negotiable. You aren't being rude, you're being clear about your boundaries. Your decisions are a reflection of your priorities, not the start of a negotiation. Rule 3. Let your actions be your explanation. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Words are cheap. Anyone can say they're confident, ambitious, or loyal. Your actions are the only truth that can't be argued. If you want her to believe you're a busy man with a purpose, don't just tell her about your packed schedule. Let her experience it through your actual availability. If you want her to see you as confident, don't tell her you're an alpha. Let her see you remain cool under pressure. Your character isn't built in a conversation. It's revealed in what you do. Stop trying to narrate your life to her and just live it. Let your discipline and consistency be the only argument you make. When you truly embody your values, you rarely have to explain them. Rule 4. Detach from the outcome for inner peace. This is the final and most liberating step. Once you've acted with integrity and spoken your intentions clearly, you have to let go. Whether she understands, agrees, or gets upset is entirely outside of your control. Needing to be understood all the time is a cage. When you stop needing a specific reaction from her, a profound shift occurs. You're no longer performing for an audience, you're simply being. This detachment is the ultimate source of inner peace, not a strategy for attraction. This creates an aura of self-sufficiency that is genuinely compelling. People are drawn to those who are whole on their own. It's not a game, it's a dynamic of human respect. Your peace of mind should not be up for negotiation. If you're ready to stop seeking approval and start building your own internal world, comment "I build myself" below to declare your commitment. This is more than just a video, it's a new way of operating. For too long, you may have been creating distance with your words when you wanted to build connection. You thought the key was to be understood, so you explained and justified, only to find yourself feeling less respected. The path forward is inspired by the wisdom of the Stoics. It is a path of quiet strength, clear intentions, and powerful action. It's the path of a man who understands that his worth is not decided by outside opinion, but is forged in his dedication to his own principles. Stop over-explaining. Start living. Let your presence be your statement and your actions be your argument. The world doesn't respect the man who begs to be understood. It respects the man whose reality is so strong that it needs no justification. When you master this, you won't just change your